What if the painful memories you've been trying to forget your entire life are actually containing the most valuable gifts your psyche has to offer? And Carl Jung discovered exactly how to unlock these hidden treasures that could transform your understanding of yourself forever. Before we explore Jung's revolutionary discovery about how your deepest memories contain the keys to your greatest potential, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. What you're about to learn will completely change how you relate to your past and show you why your memory patterns are actually signs of psychological sophistication. Carl Jung spent decades studying the human psyche, and one of his most profound discoveries was that certain individuals possess what he called archetypal memory, a rare ability to store and process memories in ways that go far beyond simple recollection. These memories become living repositories of wisdom, insight, and transformative potential. This discovery is absolutely crucial for you as an INFJ, INFP, INTJ, or INTP because you've probably spent years being tormented by memories that feel impossibly vivid, emotionally intense, and strangely significant. You've likely been told to just let go of the past or stop dwelling on things that are over, but your mind seems incapable of releasing these memories that feel more real than your present reality. But Jung understood something that most therapists and self-help experts still don't grasp today. He realized that your inability to forget certain memories isn't a psychological weakness or trauma response. It's actually an advanced form of consciousness that allows you to extract meaning, wisdom, and guidance from experiences in ways that most people cannot access. Think about this for a moment. When you remember something significant from your past, you don't just recall the basic facts of what happened. You remember the emotional atmosphere, the subtle expressions on people's faces, the unspoken tensions in the room, the way the light looked, how everything felt in your body, and dozens of other details that most people never even notice, let alone remember. This isn't just good memory. This is what Jung called symbolic perception, the ability to recognize that every experience contains multiple layers of meaning and significance. Your mind automatically stores not just the surface events, but also the deeper patterns, themes, and archetypal elements that give experiences their true importance. Jung discovered that people with this type of memory processing are essentially living historians of the human experience. You don't just remember your own life. You remember the universal themes, patterns, and truths that your experiences represent. Your memories become a personal mythology that contains insights about human nature, relationships, growth, and meaning. But here's where it gets really fascinating. Jung found that these deep memories aren't just passive recordings of past events. They're active, living elements of your psyche that continue to evolve and reveal new meanings throughout your life. A memory from childhood might suddenly offer you crucial insight about a current relationship. An old painful experience might reveal exactly what you need to understand about a present challenge. This is why you can't just let go of certain memories the way other people seem to do. These memories aren't finished with you yet. They're still teaching you, still revealing new layers of understanding, still offering gifts that you haven't fully received. Your psyche holds on to them because it recognizes their ongoing value and potential. As an INFJ, your memory system operates like a vast interconnected web of meaning and significance. You remember not just what people said, but what they really meant. You recall not just what happened, but why it happened and what it revealed about human nature. Your memories are filled with insights about people's true motivations, hidden emotions, and authentic selves that they might not even recognize in themselves. These memory patterns make you an extraordinary judge of character and an invaluable guide for others who are trying to understand themselves or their relationships. Your ability to remember and recognize patterns in human behavior gives you almost prophetic insights about how situations are likely to unfold and what people really need for their growth and healing. As an INFP, your memories are saturated with emotional truth and value-based significance. You remember not just what happened, but how authentic or inauthentic it felt, how aligned or misaligned it was with your deepest values, and what it revealed about the potential for beauty, meaning, and genuine connection in human experience. Your memory system serves as an internal compass that helps you navigate toward experiences and relationships that honor your authentic self while avoiding situations that would require you to betray your core values. The intensity of your memories isn't emotional instability. It's value-based intelligence that helps you make choices aligned with your deepest truth. As an INTJ, Your memories function like a sophisticated pattern recognition system that identifies underlying structures, systems, and cause and effect relationships across time. You remember not just what happened, but how it fits into larger patterns, what it reveals about systemic problems or opportunities, and how similar situations are likely to develop in the future. This gives you extraordinary strategic thinking abilities and makes you invaluable as a long-term planner and visionary leader. Your memories aren't just personal history. They're data points in a complex analysis of how systems work, how people behave, and how outcomes can be predicted and influenced. As an INTP, your memories preserve not just experiences, but the logical relationships, conceptual connections, and theoretical implications that those experiences revealed. You remember conversations, ideas, and insights with remarkable precision because your mind recognizes their significance for understanding how reality works at fundamental levels. Your memory system functions like a vast research database that allows you to make connections between seemingly unrelated concepts and discover new understanding about complex problems. The intensity with which you remember certain ideas or insights isn't obsessiveness. It's intellectual sophistication that recognizes the ongoing value of important discoveries. Jung understood that this type of deep memory processing serves crucial psychological and evolutionary functions. People with archetypal memory become the keepers of wisdom, the recognizers of patterns, and the guardians of meaning in human culture. Your memories don't just serve your personal development, they serve the collective development of human consciousness. But Jung also recognized that this gift comes with significant challenges. When you process memories at such deep levels, you also experience the pain, confusion, and complexity of human experience more intensely than most people. Difficult memories don't just fade away. They remain vivid and emotionally present until you've fully extracted their meaning and integrated their lessons. This is why traditional approaches to dealing with painful memories often fail for people like you. Techniques that work for people with simpler memory processing, like distraction, suppression, or moving on, don't work when your psyche is still actively processing the deeper significance of past experiences. Jung developed a completely different approach that he called active memory work. Instead of trying to forget or minimize difficult memories, he taught people to engage with them consciously and extract the gifts they contain. He understood that these memories persist because they're trying to teach you something essential about yourself, others, or life in general. This process begins with recognizing that your most persistent memories are actually your psyche's way of highlighting the most important learning opportunities in your life experience. The memories that won't leave you alone are the ones that contain the most valuable insights for your growth and development. Instead of being frustrated by your inability to forget, you can start appreciating your psyche's wisdom in preserving these crucial learning experiences. Your memory system isn't malfunctioning when it holds on to significant experiences. It's functioning exactly as it should for someone with your level of psychological sophistication. Jung discovered that when you approach your memories with curiosity rather than resistance, they begin to reveal layers of meaning and insight that can transform your understanding of yourself and your life. A painful childhood experience might reveal crucial information about your authentic needs and boundaries. A difficult relationship might teach you essential lessons about love, trust, and compatibility. The key is learning to dialogue with your memories rather than being overwhelmed by them. This means asking questions like, what was this experience trying to teach me? What pattern was it revealing? What did I learn about myself, others, or life in general? How has this experience contributed to my wisdom and understanding? When you approach your memories this way, something remarkable happens. The emotional charge begins to transform from pain into wisdom. The experiences that once felt like wounds become sources of strength and insight. The memories that seemed like burdens reveal themselves as gifts that have been waiting for you to unwrap them. Jung called this process memory integration, and he found that it was essential for psychological wholeness and maturity. People who learn to extract the gifts from their difficult memories become wiser, more compassionate, and more effective in their relationships and endeavors. They stop being victims of their past and become beneficiaries of their experience. This doesn't mean that all memories become pleasant or that painful experiences weren't genuinely difficult. It means that you learn to recognize the value and wisdom that can be extracted from even the most challenging experiences. You develop the ability to hold both the pain and the gift simultaneously. Jung also discovered that people with archetypal memory often experience what he called memory synchronicities, moments when old memories suddenly become relevant to current situations in ways that seem almost magical. You might find yourself remembering a conversation from years ago that provides exactly the insight you need for a present challenge. Or a childhood experience might suddenly reveal its connection to a pattern you're currently trying to understand. These synchronicities aren't coincidences. They're evidence of your psyche's sophisticated ability to organize and access information across time in ways that serve your ongoing development. Your memory system doesn't just store the past. It actively connects past insights to present needs in ways that facilitate continuous learning and growth. This is why Jung encouraged people with deep memory processing to pay attention to what memories surface when. The memories that come to mind during specific situations or challenges are usually offering relevant guidance or insight. Your psyche is constantly drawing connections between past learning and present opportunities. Learning to recognize and trust these memory synchronicities can dramatically improve your decision-making and problem-solving abilities. Instead of seeing random memories as distractions or intrusions, you can begin to recognize them as your inner wisdom offering guidance based on the accumulated insights of your life experience. Jung also understood that people with archetypal memory often struggle with what he called temporal displacement, the feeling that past experiences are more real and present than current reality. This can make it difficult to stay grounded in the present moment and can create confusion about what's happening now versus what happened before. But Jung didn't see this as a problem to be solved. He saw it as a natural consequence of having access to multiple layers of time and meaning simultaneously. People with this type of consciousness naturally exist in what he called expanded time, where past, present, and future are all psychologically present and interconnected. Learning to navigate expanded time requires developing what Jung called temporal flexibility, the ability to move consciously between different time perspectives as needed. Sometimes you need to be fully present in the current moment. Sometimes you need to access past wisdom. Sometimes you need to envision future possibilities. The key is learning to choose your temporal focus rather than being randomly pulled between different time periods. This skill becomes especially important when dealing with traumatic or painful memories that can feel overwhelmingly present even though they occurred years ago. Jung developed techniques for what he called temporal containment, ways of acknowledging the ongoing significance of past experiences while maintaining your ability to function effectively in present reality. One of Jung's most powerful discoveries was that archetypal memories often contain what he called compensatory wisdom, insights and understanding that balance out or compensate for the difficulties you experienced. A painful rejection might teach you crucial lessons about self-worth and authentic relationships. A period of isolation might develop your capacity for independence and self-reliance. This compensatory wisdom isn't just consolation for past pain. It's actual psychological development that makes you stronger, wiser, and more capable than you would have been without those challenging experiences. Your difficult memories aren't just records of what went wrong. They're documentation of how you grew in response to adversity. Jung found that people who learn to recognize and appreciate this compensatory wisdom develop what he called grateful consciousness, the ability to feel genuinely thankful for experiences that were painful at the time but contributed to their development and understanding. This doesn't mean being glad that difficult things happened. It means recognizing the gifts that emerged from your responses to those challenges. This perspective can be profoundly healing for people who have been carrying shame, regret, or resentment about past experiences. When you begin to see how your most difficult memories contributed to your wisdom, strength, and understanding, those experiences transform from sources of pain into sources of pride and appreciation. Jung also discovered that archetypal memories often contain what he called future seeds, insights, inspirations, and visions that point toward your potential development and contribution. A childhood fascination might reveal your life purpose. An early experience of injustice might inspire your calling to create positive change. A moment of transcendent beauty might show you what you're meant to create or share with the world. These future seeds are often embedded in memories that seem unrelated to your current life or goals, but Jung understood that your psyche recognizes patterns and potentials that your conscious mind hasn't yet grasped. The memories that feel most significant often contain clues about who you're becoming and what you're meant to contribute. Learning to recognize these future seeds requires what Jung called prospective memory work, the practice of looking at your memories not just for what they reveal about the past, but for what they suggest about your future potential. This can help you identify directions for growth and development that align with your deepest nature and authentic calling. Jung emphasized that this type of memory work requires patience and compassion with yourself. Extracting the gifts from difficult memories isn't something that happens quickly or easily. It's a gradual process of developing new relationships with your experiences and discovering layers of meaning that weren't initially apparent. It's also important to recognize that not all memories will reveal their gifts immediately. Some experiences may need to be revisited multiple times throughout your life as you develop the wisdom and perspective necessary to understand their deeper significance. Your relationship with your memories evolves as you evolve. Jung also warned against trying to force insights or meanings from memories before you're ready to receive them. Sometimes the most healing thing you can do is simply acknowledge that a memory is significant without needing to understand exactly why. Trust that your psyche will reveal the gifts when you have the capacity to integrate them constructively. One of the most important aspects of Jung's approach to memory work is the recognition that your memories don't just belong to you. They're part of the larger human story and contain insights that can benefit others who are facing similar challenges or questions. Your willingness to extract wisdom from your experiences contributes to the collective understanding of what it means to be human. This is why Jung encouraged people to share the insights they've gained from their memory work, whether through art, writing, teaching, counseling, or simply being present with others who are struggling with similar experiences. Your transformed relationship with your memories becomes a gift that you can offer to others who are still trapped in pain or confusion about their past. As you continue developing your relationship with your archetypal memories, you'll likely discover that your capacity for memory work becomes one of your greatest strengths. Your ability to extract wisdom from experience, recognize patterns across time, and help others understand their own stories becomes a valuable contribution to everyone around you. Remember that your deep memory processing isn't a burden or a weakness. It's a sophisticated form of consciousness that allows you to serve as a bridge between past and future, experience and wisdom, pain and transformation. Your memories aren't just personal history, they're resources for understanding and healing that can benefit not just you but everyone whose life you touch. Jung's legacy reminds us that the human capacity for meaning-making and wisdom extraction is one of our greatest evolutionary advantages. Your ability to transform experience into insight and pain into wisdom represents the highest potential of human consciousness. Your memories aren't holding you back. They're preparing you to contribute something essential to the world. So stop trying to forget your significant memories. Stop being frustrated by their persistence and intensity. Start recognizing them as the gifts they actually are. Repositories of wisdom, insight, and potential that are waiting for you to unwrap them and share their treasures with a world that desperately needs the understanding you've gained. Share in the comments below one insight or gift you've discovered in a memory that once felt purely painful. Your willingness to transform your experience into wisdom might inspire someone else to begin their own memory work. If this message resonated with you, please share this video with others who might need to understand their memories as gifts rather than burdens. And don't forget to subscribe for more content about embracing your unique psychological gifts and transforming your challenges into strengths. Remember, your memories aren't mistakes or misfortunes. They're the raw materials from which wisdom is crafted, understanding is developed, and healing is offered to a world that needs exactly what you've learned from your journey through the depths of human experience.